My name is Dr. Dave Miles, and today we're going to be going over an introduction to a series that I'm coming out with, 5 ways to raise your employee engagement scores. The season comes around every year, and it's not allergy season. It's that special time of year that professionals in healthcare and lots of other industries stress about, plan for, spend countless hours waiting with bated breath for. And we're not talking about Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Kwanza, Ramadan, or the annual generic holiday party or other seasonal festivity. And this comes around at a different time of year for every organization. It's the annual ritual around the employee engagement survey. Don't get me wrong. Kudos to the organizations who actually measure, track, and try to improve their employees' engagement scores. But as an executive, a director, or manager, or other leader within your organization, ask yourself a question. How many hours do you spend in this annual ritual every year? Counting, preparing for the survey, cheerleading to your leaders and your staff to try to hit your expected participation rate, and the hours poring over the results afterwards. How much is that total in hours of commitment? Worse yet, do you find that when the dust settles, the scores really aren't where you need them to be? So what's the point? We all know that for those whose scores are lacking, the dreaded action plan is coming, just as sure as the holiday credit card bills show up in January. Year after year, we create these plans, but what happens? We keep getting the same results. The same lackluster employee engagement scores despite the latest initiative from last year or next year. There certainly are significant advantages to having a highly engaged workforce. Don't get me wrong. New York Times bestselling author Kevin Kruse outlines a few of the advantages of having an engaged workforce. They can have 5 times higher shareholder returns and a net profit margin of 6% higher than companies that do not have engaged workforces. Now, saying that, Harvard Business Review shared that companies spend upwards of about $750 million annually to improve their employees' engagement. So why no significant uptake in the scores year after year, despite significant investment of time and money, plus all the increasing gray hairs from the process? Maybe it's because we keep doing the same things year after year and our scores just continue to suffer. There's no drastic change in the behavior from the leaders, hence no drastic change in the employee engagement scores. Of course, once last year's survey is complete, it's time to start planning right away for next year's survey and to improve this year's scores. Again, the dreaded action plan. Let's dredge out last year's plan, dust it off a little bit, repurpose it, turn it back into our senior executives, and say we have a plan. Done, done, and done. Yet one more thing off our busy plate. And we do. We have lots of things we have to do, and we've got to get back to work. But we all want our employees' engagement and involvement in their work to be at a very high level. And ultimately, that does improve our employees' engagement scores within our organization. For this series of articles, under the auspices of keep doing what you're doing and you'll keep getting what you get, the following articles will show you 5 ways that you can keep sabotaging your employee engagement scores and raise them to a whole new level. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Take care.